Hi, I'm Anthony Storey, owner of StoreyTime Construction. We specialize in building breweries. We're in downtown Norcross at 20 Skin Alley at SocialFox Brewing. They were the last brewery that I completed. They opened up at the end of April during the COVID crisis, but they're up and going now. So we're going to do a little walk-through, give you a tour of the place, and point out some of the interesting things that we did during the build-out. All right, before we head in, SocialFox originally was called 400 South Brewing. They changed locations, came to Norcross, found this building, and the mural was already here. So they reorganized, changed the name. It's now SocialFox. Everyone knows about this building in downtown Norcross, so it's already a landmark here. So let's head on in. All right, we're inside SocialFox now. It's a very small facility. It's 2,500 square feet inside, so a lot of the equipment and everything is right on top of each other. As soon as you walk in through the garage door that we replaced with a full view glass door, you come into their grain mill area. We left that exposed simply not to throw up more walls and to make it convenient for them to get in and out to the grain area. And so you'll see that it's tight and close and right next to the brew house. All right, now we're over at the brew house. Of course, all of you are familiar with the breweries. This is the heart of the brewery. They went with an alpha system. It's a 7-barrel 3-vessel system. They talked and worked with Todd and Teo over at Goodwood Brewing to pick and select the brew system that we wanted. Again, we're a very tight fit in here, and up above where the grist went, we had to actually position it in between the rafters, 2 inches on either side for that to actually fit in there. All right, in front of the brew house, we had flat floors. They didn't want to go through the expense of it being tight and trying to do slope floors in the whole brew house and the cellar area, so we did some trench drains, and what we did went a little wide and did a small slope to give a bigger catch area. A little more squeegee work for them, but again, small footprint, not a lot of extra work for them, and saved a lot of expense of coming in, cutting floors out, and doing large slope floors. All right, so now we're moving over into the cellar. Again, small footprint. I know I keep repeating that over and over, but this is one of the smallest breweries that we've done. They got an electric boiler that eliminated us having to run gas and run a large boiler system and also worry about doing a boiler room. We're able to leave it exposed. Again, less walls that we do, bigger footprint, and the more open it could be and feel in here. They used Aquatherm for the glycol system that we did in-house ourselves. You can see the green fittings. Most of it's black insulated, so you can't really see the blue and green pipe. Aquatherm's a great product. We've installed it in many breweries. We've got 4 fermenters. Those are the ones with the V cone at the bottom, and then bright tank has a flat bottom. They just told me that they got 2 more fermenters ordered in, and we also planned ahead for the cellar expansion. So there's fittings where they can grow their cellar as they grow and bring in more fermenters so they can work more beer at a time. All right, we're in the coolest part of the brewery, the cooler. Everybody likes to sneak in here when it gets up and running during construction, especially when we have the summer jobs. But they store their beer in here once they've kegged it. They're doing some distribution right now, but most of this is sitting here for their draft system. So the other side of this wall is the taps behind the bar. It's very efficient. Most of the breweries, we try to do something like this instead of running long draft lines, having to insulate them. There's lots of extra cleaning for the draft system. Short and sweet is the best way for the draft system. Again, we're on the outside of the cooler. The draft system is short. The cold kegs are right here behind us, about 6 inches behind that wall. The draft lines come straight through. They got a great menu board that they put up. The taproom manager, Tammy, did all the artwork, but she's done a great job. It really stands out and grabs your attention when you walk in. That also goes into the color scheme that they selected. Tammy, again, was part of the color scheme. Tammy selected, we do grays and browns that really offset and feel good with one another. All right, this is one of my favorite parts about the build out, and what I get excited about on all the breweries that we've done is the bar. Because I get in hands-on with the bars. We helped redesign this. We had a simple bar on the plans originally. On the back side of the bar, you can actually kind of see a little bit of this. We created cubby spaces, so all the high spots have little cubby areas because behind the bar you always need places for stuff. We worked with the owners and came up with a different design, and then as we worked through it, just kept building and increasing a little bit. Instead of one flat level, with live edge, we went with shorter boards did the multi-level for different service areas to help kind of draw people over, different heights for sitting, standing. This is one of my favorite positions at the bar. All right, we're in the last hallway. This is the other side of the cooler. The cooler is kind of in the center of the whole facility. They use this as their sticker wall, which you'll see in all breweries. There's always an area where all the other breweries that come and visit, they throw their stickers on, they show their support for everybody. We've got one of our stickers up here. An addition that the crew here came up with. After we finished the build out and they started opening, they realized they needed a water source. So they, again, utilized the cooler to do a short run, did a water tap. We're at the rear entrance. This is one area that we had to cut into the existing building and add a rear fire exit. We also did some custom galvanized pipe handrails. We wanted to incorporate something to tie in with the front porch with all the vertical posts there. So we're done with the tour. Come out and visit these guys. 20 Skin Alley, Norcross, downtown Norcross. Go to their website and you can view their hours. Most days they open at 4 o'clock. I'm sitting with Mike Green, one of the 3 owners of SocialFox. He's partnered up with Kevin Keys, Scott Norwood, and we're going to go chat about the build out. How y'all got started, how y'all partnered up. I know I met you and Kevin to begin with when y'all were working on 400 North.
Exactly.
So give us a little history of that.
We were home brewing every weekend, and thoughts about opening a brewery. We started doing some tastings where we met you at one of our tastings and we started talking about what our plans were, what size we were looking to be, and we also met Scott Norwood at the same tasting. Scott had his own vision and plan for a brewery, which was similar to ours.
Right.
Worked on location, trying to find locations, trying to find the right size building. It just happened, our connection through Scott, he knew someone that's affiliated with the city of Norcross, and they were looking to bring a brewery to Norcross.
Right, and that's where the new name change came from too, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So we thought, we're in Norcross. This building has foxes on it. 400 North probably doesn't make sense. And it was actually my wife that came up with the name. So I think it's a cool name. We want to be the kind of brewery where people can come in, be social over a beer.
Do you think it was beneficial us getting that early contact and Storytime helping develop some of the ideas, and I guess also did your architect introduction?
Yeah, so from day one when we met you, we didn't even have a brewery vision. We had a business plan, we had our vision, but
and already had some good beer going.
Yeah, had some beer going, but no building. So it's kind of like we started building that relationship with you. We knew you had done a lot of breweries that we're fans of. So I think we kind of knew from the start we were going to work together.
Right.
And then it was beneficial to have you come on board to start like this building. Example, before we signed the lease, we kind of walked the building.
Right.
We were lucky to have kind of a blank slate, but then to point out different things and what would be needed and what the possibilities were.
Right. Yeah, that's something I've over the process I've learned with some of the other build outs we've done. It's we don't run into a lot of changes and headaches in the backside of it when we walk in with just a set of plans and need to make changes.
Yeah. Right. We went and visited some breweries. We had 3 different systems that were kind of in our range that we were looking at, and Goodward had an alpha system, and they were kind enough, through your introduction, to let us come check it out. That's ultimately the system we went with. We talked with Todd, and both Kevin and Scott met with him, and talked about the pros and cons and any quirks with the system and what he liked about it, and so that helped us kind of make the decision.
Would you recommend Storytime to other people?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think the pre-planning was a plus. It was good. Obviously, there's always things that happen when building a brewery. There's surprises, but we worked through anything.
Yeah, that's part of why I keep Storytime is a mom and pop type shop.
Yeah.
So that I'm dealing directly with y'all.
Right. Exactly.
Instead of it going through project managers and superintendents. We typically keep some people out here that we communicate through, but I like to be hands-on and keep that constant contact with everybody.
And the communication is key.
Yeah.
We probably maybe over-communicated at times, but I think knowing everything that's going on, because we weren't always able to be here, but had the confidence that things were getting done, timelines were meeting, that kind of thing. So,
All right. Well, thanks a lot, and y'all come out to Social Fox, try some of the beer.